everyone, and welcome to Lying Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry. I am Carol Kearns. My husband, Harry Shue, is our co-host. Our mission for the show is twofold: to provide information about Connecticut Lions events and to showcase the many different organizations and causes that Lions support locally, regionally, and internationally. Harry?
Good evening and welcome. Please consult our website at www.lions23b.org or your district spirit for more information on coming events.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lying Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry.
We are back at Southern Connecticut State University. As you can see, this is Special Olympics weekend, and we are doing opening eyes. The Lions doing opening eyes again, so very exciting to be here. The day is beautiful.
Wonderful. Look outside. Blue sky.
On with the show.
En avant.
Hi, here we are with Dr. Ryan. Dr. Ryan, are you an optometrist, I assume?
I am an optometrist in Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah.
At what town are you?
I work in Ansonia.
Ansonia.
Yeah.
Are you a Lion as well?
No, I'm not.
Well, there's always that opportunity.
Well, in the future, absolutely.
Okay, great. Tell us what your role is here then.
I'm mainly going to help out with ophthalmoscopy, looking in people's eyes with the scope,
Okay.
Seeing how clear the back of the eye is, looking at the nerve to be sure there's no maybe early signs of glaucoma or the macular difficulties, which have color changes in the back.
Okay.
So we can do that.
You're inside
in the black tent. Yeah, I'll be in the dark all the time. Yeah.
Well, that's probably a little intimidating for some of the people. So you have to put on a big smile when they come in.
Well, you do. I mean, I think people are all this is bright, and then suddenly they're in the dark, and that can be a little tough. But no, we do. I've been about 6 or 8 times I've done this, so we get into a rhythm, but they do pretty well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's fun to do. I mean,
it is. I have a lot of fun every year, and some of the people that I see I've seen in the office, so they recognize me, and, even in the dark. So that works out pretty good.
So do they come for follow-ups? Once you see them here, come to your office?
No. Well, sometimes they do. Yeah. Depending if they have. Some people say routine things. If I need to, follow them up with a specialist, I send them off. So then they will take care of that. But no, you try different things. Sure.
Is there anything special that you do, with the athletes that you wouldn't do with somebody else? Or special things you look for?
I think the biggest thing was for eye protection and wearing the proper glasses. If they're in a sport, they might get hit with a ball or that type of thing. So sometimes street glasses or dress glasses aren't as structurally sound. So if you get hit with a basketball, or that can hurt the face, or just breaking glasses. So you get a specific pair that's meant for sports, whatever sport that might be, or goggles for swimming. That's helpful too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
One of the things that was mentioned here was that some of these athletes have never been to an optometrist before.
Yeah, I would guess. Yeah. That's for the general population too.
Oh,
sure.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sometimes I see people there in their 50s, they've never been to the doctors. It's kind of a surprise because most people have trouble seeing when they get into their 40s, but some people are tough and they just ignore things until it's a problem. So
yeah. Well, thanks for being here. I think this is a great opportunity for Lions to really participate and do something meaningful.
Oh, this is where you start. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. No, this is terrific. I appreciate it.
We do too.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Good morning, Dr. Sue. How are you?
Good morning. Happy to be here.
Oh, this is a wonderful event for us Lions, and we do so much good for the Special Olympics athletes here.
Well, you guys have been instrumental in actually growing the program. We started back in 1995, doing very limited events until the Lions became a global sponsor back in 2000. Right. And because
this is actually an LCIF program. Here.
Absolutely, and because of the generosity of the Lions, we've been able to expand globally into 150 countries. So we see probably globally over 10,000 athletes a year, and give out probably 3,000 to 4,000 pairs of glasses globally a year, as well as sport goggles.
Now, how many athletes do we see here at Southern?
On an average, we'll probably see about 300 in a weekend. That's on a day and a half. We'll be having bigger events we'll be having U.S. Nationals at the end of this month. Probably see close to 900 athletes. There'll be World Games in 2019, which will probably be a fairly large event as well. So we do those.
And now I see all these stations. What do the athletes do when they come in?
We give a very comprehensive visual assessment. We don't call it an exam because it's not a complete eye health check. But what they do get is they get a check of what's called visual acuity, which is how clearly they see at distance and close. We look at eye balance test. We look at color vision. We look at depth perception. We do a glaucoma screening. We do an eye health check of the inside and the outside of the eyes. After they've completed all those stations, they'll come to our checkout station, and the doctor there will determine whether they need what's called a refraction. That's the test that determines their prescription. If they do need a prescription, a new or change in prescription, then they will go over to our dispensing area where they will actually be able to pick out brand new frames and get a free pair of glasses and or sport goggles. If the athlete does not need any kind of refractive correction, we actually have non-prescription sunglasses for them as well. These are all given by our other global sponsors, Saflo and Essilor. So along with the Lions, those are our three global sponsors for our program. The other major sponsor, which I want to mention, is Golisano. It's the Golisano Foundation, which has given Special Olympics $30 million for the healthy athletes.
I always, when I visit clubs, in my district, I always impress upon them that we do this screening, I call it, and that each of the athletes walks away with a pair of glasses, whether they be sports sunglasses or prescription glasses. That really impresses the Lions, to see that we do that.
I've been privileged to travel to many countries and to work with Lions in many countries, and I have to say that it is a privilege because the Lions, whether we're in Minneapolis, Morocco, India, all the Lions come out in force and are very engaged in this project, and it's really been a wonderful partnership for both Special Olympics and the Lions.
We appreciate it, and hopefully we can see the numbers grow, as we continue to do this year after year, because we have a lot of athletes. We'd like to get more to come in here and avail themselves of our screenings here.
Well, what our end goal is that we actually make lasting changes to healthcare systems. So, this is the tip of the iceberg, and Special Olympics is really interested in making those transformative changes in healthcare systems, and we hope that the Lions will become a partner in that initiative as well.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Well, thanks for doing this here. We appreciate coming. Carol and I have come now this is at least our third year, and so we enjoy it every year.
I'm so grateful that all the Lions, and especially in Connecticut, I have a wonderful turnout, and I'm proud to be a Lion myself. So,
Great.
Thank you.
Super. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a great group of volunteers I see here. And who are you?
I'm Kathy Randall. I'm a member of the East Hartford Lions Club, and I am currently council chair for the multiple district.
Absolutely. Nancy?
And I'm Nancy Schneier, and I'm a Harwinton Lion, and currently I'm Quest chair for 23B.
Hey, Carol. Everett Lyons from the Bristol Lions Club. I'm currently the second vice district governor in District 23B.
Now, what is your experience here with Special Olympics? You were here last year.
This is my second year, and I enjoyed it so much. Of course, I worked with special needs students for 40 years, so I get to see some former students here, and I get to practice some of my eye skills.
Excellent. Everett?
It's just been a fabulous experience. This is my second year here as well, and being an educator, it's nice to work with students of all ages, and to see their reaction in terms of how they appreciate everything that we do.
Good.
And I'm also in my second year as a volunteer here. We're a group of three, and it is just great, another Lions project that we can help somebody better their lives.
Not sure how many years we've been here, but several. We've done some screening before, but we did a video here last year.
Good.
And Joan wanted to use it for her presentation for our state convention. So thank you so much for participating again, and see you again here next year, we hope.
Yep.
Thank you. We hope.
Thank you, Carol.
Thanks, Carol.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Hi, here we are. Your name badge says Dr. John. Tell us who you are.
Oh, so I'm John. I'm like from Australia, from Melbourne, Australia. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm just helping out with from Dr. Timmins from Ophthalmic Consultants of Connecticut.
Okay.
So yeah, he's made us volunteer, and yeah, we're happy to be here. Like it's
So you're an optometrist?
yes, I'm an optometrist. I'm in my final year, so I'm in residency. So basically, that's what I'm doing.
Where are you in residency?
So I'm a resident, yeah, in Stanford and Fairfield.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
So it's cool.
Now, what are they doing over here? Tell us.
So
what's going on.
basically we're measuring eye pressures over here.
Okay.
So with that little handheld tonometer, where we're able to read the pressure of your eyes and let people know if they're high or low or mid-range. And then
Is that doing it by? Is that blowing air or something in there?
no, so those machines over there, they blow air,
Yeah.
but these ones are like it's like a little probe that just like it kind of just taps your eye, and you barely
Your eye open.
yeah, but you don't really feel it. It's like a little tickle for like 5 times, and then it
Yeah.
gives you a pressure reading.
Well, some of us don't like to have things put in their eyes, and I'm one of them. But
And that's why you have the air machine there.
for some of the people.
But I don't know. I prefer not having the air. I just think the air kind of gets you by surprise. So, yeah, there's that.
So
But
you're from Australia. We're in Australia.
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah. The second city.
There's a Lions International Conference.
Yeah.
In Melbourne. When's Melbourne? Five years.
I think it's 5 or 6 years. I heard about that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be there. I'll come and help out.
You'll be a Melbourne Lion at that
Definitely.
point. All right.
I'll be there.
So what brought you to the States?
So it's part of my university course. So I'm in my final year, and in your final year,
Did you go to university in Melbourne?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been there my whole life, but I'm helping out in Connecticut, which is cool. Like I like it.
Yeah. How do you like Connecticut?
I like it. It's obviously it's very different to New York. I really like New York City, but Connecticut's cool. It's cool. It's
So
very
you're down in Stamford, so you're not far from the city. Then.
Pardon?
As here in Stamford.
I'm in Fairfield, so we're staying in Fairfield.
Still
Yeah,
pretty close to New York City. Do you go there often?
yeah, every weekend. I try it every weekend, except for this weekend because I'm going to help out. So,
Okay. Great. Well, thanks so much.
all right, thank you. Ta.
All right, first of all, I want to welcome everyone. How many newbies do we have this year? Lots, good. Okay. Right over there. Thank you, everyone, for coming and giving up your time. For those of you who are new, I think you're going to have a tremendous, unique experience. This is an event that actually is very transformative for many of our athletes. Some of them have never had any eye care before. Some of them come here year after year because they know that they're going to get good service and they're going to be in a very welcoming environment. So this is a very important initiative that we do here. Remember, it is not a complete exam, and we always tell our athletes that, but in many cases this is more complete than they're ever going to get anywhere else in the world. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Sue Damberg. I was one of the founding members of the Opening Eyes team. I've been doing this for, for 20-something years.
One more than last year.
One more than last year, and today is also my wedding anniversary, so thank you all for the party. I usually spend my wedding anniversary here, Special Olympics. I'd like to introduce my local cold director, Dr. Chris Agro, who's also been doing it for years. Dr. Larry Klein, who's been one of our helpers here for our volunteers. I also want to mention, of course, the Lions. The Lions, for those of you who do not know, they are our global sponsor. They have been sponsoring Special Olympics Opening Eyes programs worldwide since 2000. They've given us more than $10 million now. They give us about $1 million a year to run this program globally. So if you are a Lion, thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you are not a Lion, please consider joining the Lions. This is an incredible service.
Here we go.
This is a service organization, and their motto is "We serve," and they do. So, for those of you who are not a Lion, please consider joining. I'd like to mention our global sponsors, and you'll see them all over our signage and our bags. Safilo provides all the free frames that you'll see here in the dispensary, and they provide them not only here in Connecticut, but globally. They'll give us about 40,000 frames a year, frames and sunglasses. Essilor, they provide us with our lenses for all of our glasses. We're fortunate to have with us two of our Santinelli supporters, Gil and Mark. They come every year, and we thank them because they're going to be making glasses right here on site for many of our athletes. I also want to I want to mention Larry Grimaldi, who's also a Special Olympics supporter. UPS does our shipping globally for all of our Opening Eyes equipment. So I want to thank you as well. The main thing is we want you to enjoy your experience. Please be respectful of the athletes because they're here to compete. They're very serious about their competition. They've worked hard to get here. Many of them will be also going to the U.S. Nationals in a few weeks, so they're very hardworking. When you speak with them, please speak with them respectfully, like you do any of your patients. They are not kids, they're not children. They are most of the ones that you're going to see here are adults. So please address them.
As Sue was saying, make sure they're athletes. They're not kids. They're athletes. They're here to compete. They're probably in better shape than I am, or that I wish I could be. And again, just make sure we're all here to have fun. So they love talking about their medals. They love talking about the work that they put into the game. So feel free to interact with them as well. And thank you all for giving up some of your time to help us do this for them.
This is a great event, and I'm glad that you're all here. All right. If it's not busy yet, let's see if we can get a group photo. All right.
So we're all waiting here. There's a great number of volunteers here. So this is super. Very good. You can see the very, very popular event here.
Hi, and what is your name?
Joe Fazzino.
Hey, Joe, have you been here before?
About 6 or 7 times.
That's what I thought. You look very official. What are you doing here?
I am just signing students in, and I might say that you're not a Lion until you come here and do this, because you really find out what Lionism is all about.
Great statement. Thank you. And Marianne, how do we know each other? From many different venues.
From many different venues. Fidelco, Clerf.
Yes.
Just friends.
And, now that was special. Thank you. Hi, Mac. Would you like to say a little bit about who you are?
I'm Mac McGuigan from the Branford chapter, and we're here to celebrate this great day.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
It is wonderful. The best part of the applicants here we're taking care of.
I agree.
Yes.
Thanks for being here. Hi. And you are?
Marcy.
Hey, Marcy. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, my pleasure.
And what is your job here?
I am going to be registering some of the athletes as they come through and then guide them on to have their eyes tested. And I think I get more out of this than anybody else.
Well,
this is wonderful.
It's great, isn't it?
It's absolutely
Thank you
wonderful.
so much.
My pleasure.
Thanks.
You just love this, huh?
I do. And who do we have here?
I am Marianne Russo Aragoni.
Yes. Have you been here before?
Yes, I have.
Many times.
A few times.
Yes, same here. And Bill.
Bill Manthe. And this is only the second time I think I've been here, second or third. But
you'll love it.
Oh, I do love it. I loved it last year, and yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
I shouldn't be looking at the mic, should I?
Well, you could look at me for a while and then look at the camera. Very good. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you for being here and recording this event.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much again. This is my second of the day. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
I
I'll
am
give you one anytime
privileged.
you want.
Thank you.
Hi, Carol. Kathy.
How are you related to Jim?
I think I'm married to him.
She tries not to say that. Because, this is
It's
so sweet.
official now. It's for everyone to see and hear.
Yes.
And your name is?
My name is Linda.
Are you a lion, Linda?
I am a lion in the East Hartford Lions.
East Hartford Lions. And Ed.
Ed with the East Hartford Lions also.
Oh, what's your position there?
Currently president, but only for about one more week.
Well, enjoy it while it lasts. You're going to be on the cabinet, too.
Yes.
Very good. Well, thanks for being here today, everybody.
It's a great event to be at. This is the third year of coming, and we'll probably come back every year.
We've been here several years.
Yes.
What's going on here? Tell us about the eye charts. Anyone know how to do that, Jim?
We're Vanna White. So I'm Vanna. Do I look like Vanna?
Well, no, she does.
Well, my blonde hair. So we just start, and they have these different symbols. So a heart or an apple, the square, the house, and the circle. And they'll just start at this level. If they can get the correct symbol, we keep going down until they can't read them correctly. So then we know, 2020, 2025, they check each eye, that type of thing. So then we become certified doctors. We're a doctor on TV.
He always like this.
He's always like that.
A doctor on TV.
Doctor on TV, yes. So, but it's great screening these athletes, and they, you get to talk to them. They talk about their medals and everything. So,
Where do they go from this station?
to go to this one. Although I'm not sure what that station is called.
No, either. I haven't talked to them yet. But thank you so much.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
It's a great service. Thanks. Look who I see. Dave, what's your last name?
Dave Boylard from Terryville.
Absolutely. Another lion. Have you done this before?
This is my second time, and I enjoyed it the first time. It was a wonderful experience, so I'm glad to be back.
Well, we are happy to have you. Do you have a special job you're doing?
I'm waiting to get assigned.
You will be assigned. All right. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Bye, Dave. Joan, tell us about the event this year, Joan.
Okay, the opening eyes. Again, it's for the Special Olympic athletes that come here, and up to 87% of special athletes have never had an eye exam or screening at all.
This is quite a service for them.
Yes, it is. And there's a large percentage of them that after they go through the 9 stations that check for everything, if they need a pair of glasses, they're made right here on site.
Amazing.
It is. And if they don't need glasses, they actually let them have a pair of sunglasses.
Oh.
And all of this is done free. And it's all done by volunteers and by our sponsors, and especially by Lions Clubs International, who every year gives us a grant to do this worldwide.
This is fabulous.
It is.
And you are a lion, and an excellent lion.
Thank you, and so are you. And so is hubby. He's going to be a district governor.
Yes, in Las Vegas. Are you going to Las Vegas?
Oh, absolutely we are.
Good. You'll be
Absolutely,
there to
yes.
join us in the festivities.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you guys so much for coming, really. We appreciate
we enjoy it.
Couldn't do it without
Who is this man? Jim. Jim. Did you hear what she said? This is her wonderful husband, Jim. Now, Jim, I know you've been here a lot of times.
I have. I enjoy this experience immensely. It's one of the nicest, the best thing I do every year.
I agree. It's wonderful.
And we appreciate you guys coming back. You were here last year, first time, right?
We've been here several times, many times, but this is the second time we're doing a show.
Okay.
Right. And Joan actually used part of the show, so we're going to do it with you in mind for a training session, right, Joan?
Yes, absolutely, because it's a great, when we do the training sessions, it's great. So yes, and you were kind enough to edit them all for us. And it was great. And it answered a lot of questions, too, for people. Dr. Larry Klein, who comes here every year, and who gets other doctors to come too, because that's what we
Very good. You're a recruiting doctor.
I am.
And a Lion. What Lions Club?
Prospect.
Prospect.
Connecticut.
How big is your club?
Oh, it's small. Only about 15 people.
That's okay.
And
let's look at the camera.
And yes, and I did recruit my wife. That was the
Where
biggest
is
deal. She's home, resting. Yeah, yes, right.
Well, you're working, but perhaps that's how it should be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a great event. I think about 300 or 350 athletes are tested every year on the in the eye section, and we test the eyes to see if there's eye disease, and with optometrists, and mostly optometrists are here, make glasses and refer if medical eye treatment is necessary, provide sunglasses, and very well organized.
That's wonderful.
And important.
Very important. What is your specialty?
I'm an optometrist, eye doctor in Prospect, Connecticut.
Yeah.
And we have a very busy practice, six eye doctors, 18 staff. So we're
Where are you located? Let's give a little ad.
We're at 60 Waterbury Road, Prospect, Connecticut. 203-758-5555. Although we just got this phone number, 203 Eye Care. 203 Eye Care, EYECARE.
That's a good way to remember. Thank you, Dr. Larry.
Thank you for talking. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Hi, Chris. Good to see you.
Thanks for again. That's great having the Lions.
This is like an annual thing. We see each other here at Opening Eyes.
Exactly. It's great having the Lions volunteers for us. We couldn't do it without your help. So that's been great.
And how many years have you been doing this?
I've kind of lost count. I think I got trained as a trainer back in 2002, and I was doing it for a couple years since then. So about 16 years, give or take.
You must really love it then.
Yes, it's a great pleasure. It's a lot of work and a lot of stress. Now that it's here and it's given, now the enjoyment starts. So it's the work-up that's the hassle.
Yeah, tell us about the setup. I mean, I know that's a lot of work because you're here on Friday, but I'm sure it starts.
Exactly. So it starts with recruiting volunteers to put the clinic together, which is a month or two activity-wise going on to it to coordinate, make sure we have all the volunteers we need. We actually pack trucks the day on Thursday to bring down to unload here on Friday.
And where are they coming from, the trucks?
I have mine at my office in Enfield, and Sue has a lot of her equipment down here in North Haven. Okay. And then we get a bunch of people to help unload everything and set everything up. It takes about from 9 to 5 on Friday to set up to have things in order for today. So,
well, we thank you for all your work. You guys do a great job. You've been thanking the Lions, but I'd like to thank you for everything you do.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks, guys.
Hello again, everyone. It has been a very exciting and busy day here at Southern Connecticut State University.
And it's so gratifying to know that we have helped so many of these special athletes, isn't it, Carol?
Oh, it's exciting, wonderful.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Lying Around Connecticut from Southern Connecticut State University, Special Olympics Opening Eyes.
Yes.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed our show this evening. Tune in next week for another Lying Around Connecticut with Carol and Harry. Good night.
Bye-bye.